Hello, good afternoon VC. Headbang Zulu here, better known as Steve. Before I start, I just want to let you know the people of Houston, I'm sending prayers. We've been seeing it on the news a lot over here. It looks very, very bleak. But I just want to know that we're praying for you in the UK. Sorry about your voice. It may sound a bit funny, but I've had nothing but trouble this week. This is about the 9th attempt of making a film. The problem in this room is the lighting, and every time I start shooting a film it's been getting very, very dark, and once the light goes, that's it, I'm finished. Also, I'm an asthmatic as well, and I've had to use the inhaler, so I thought I'd go ahead and see what happens and see if I could get a film out. But seeing as all the lads are wearing ice hockey t-shirts this week, I thought I'd break the mould and wear my Reading football shirt. This is our colours, blue and white stripe. Just a bit of local history. Reading's world famous for biscuit manufacture. The world famous Huntley and Palmer biscuit factory came there. That's why in England Reading is known as Biscuit Town. Approximately 12 miles away is Windsor Castle, and that's where the Queen lives, or one of her homes anyway. I think her main residence is Buckingham Palace, but that's where the Queen lives, and that's how we got a name, the Royals, because it's like the Royal County, and there's a bit of history for you. I've got some new stuff, and one is piping hot new. The first album, I've seen a lot of these on the VC, and they've all got glowing results. There's a band called Iced Earth. I believe Scott Waters is showing one, and I think maybe Harmless Rebel. But I thought I'd give them a go. I've been listening to them on YouTube, and this album's brand spanking new. Bought it today. It was the only one left, and it's an amazing package. It's got this amazing, I hope you can see that okay, picture inside. Looks really, really cool. But what I wasn't expecting when I opened it was it's on green vinyl, and I don't think I've got any colours. Oh yes, I have got Ozzy Osbourne. They've stuck it on this beautiful. Can you see that? Okay, green vinyl, and yeah, looks really, really nice. Hope you can see it all right, but I think the lighting's let me down. But I'll try my best for you. Yeah, it's on green vinyl. But yeah, I thought I'd give them a spin. A lot of people have given them great reports, and I wanted to try something new today, so I thought I'd give them a go. This next CD isn't new. I also treated myself to Metallica Classics Live. This is all the early stuff, the first 5 albums I believe, or the first 4, looks like the first 4. Ride the Lightning, Hit the Lights, Battery, that Master of Puppets, all that sort of stuff, all the good stuff. I'm not going into a discussion over Metallica, but yeah, that's it. That's what I purchased today as well, Metallica. Can't wait to play that. The next album is another relatively new album to the collection. Again, I'm not going to get it out, but it's a band called The Disturbed. It's quite a good album. I've got to play it a few more times to get into it. It's got The Sound of Silence, which is a good track, and I like The Eye of the Storm, that's a good track. And I've got a little rant or a dig about these 180 gram vinyls. Why is it they only put music on 3 sides? Now, with the Iced Earth album, the first one I showed you, that has only got music on 3 sides. If you put the side 4 on, you're going to smash your needle. It's got this funny serrated pattern. Why do they do that with this 180 gram vinyl? I would have put a few concert tracks on, or seeing as you're releasing a double album, you know, just put a bit on for the fans. But what I think is record production must be that cheap they can afford to leave a side blank. And this is the first time I've been collecting records, as you know, for about 30 or 40 years, since about 80, and it's the first time I've ever seen it done. Normally when you buy a double you get 4 sides of music, but for some reason you only get 3 sides of music. I'd love to hear people like Scott's opinion, or even Aaron's, or Greg, any of the Cloudy. If you could give their opinion, I'll be grateful. Yeah, now basically what we'll show today is what stuff's relatively new in the collection, plus a lot of stuff I'm listening to. I thought I'd just combine it all today instead of making separate films. But I want to make a response to Metal Mickey. And basically what he did was he held up 10 albums, I believe, with funny titles. My friend, I only have to hold up one. And this will make you chuckle. Gay Bikers on Acid. This, as far as a record goes, is the ultimate. It makes me smile every time I look on it. And it's got a nice psychedelic pink and yellow, because they were a psychedelic band, sort of punk. But they were from Leicestershire, I believe. But yeah, this is it for me, the Gay Bikers on Acid. I'm not homophobic, mind, but it just make a chuckle for me every time I see this album. I only paid £2 for it out of the record store. And this is an EP, and it's got a lovely centre. That label there, I hope you can see it alright. But yeah, it's called the Gay Bikers on Acid. This album is just trying to see. It says Everything's Groovy and TB Cabbage, and the other side Space Rape. I shouldn't have said that, but oh well. And it's on the In Tape label. It hasn't got a year. It may have on the cover of the album. I don't know. I think it's 80s. I'm pretty sure it'd be early. It's an early one. No, it hasn't got a date on it. 1986. Excuse my eyesight. It's a 1986 album. And I mean, if £2 what I pay for it to make me smile is priceless. Just an amazing album. They were a good group. They sort of did a bit of punk, sort of psychedelic. They were just funny. But I remember they had a song called Rad. I think they've got other albums out, but I believe they're all split up. But I remember them back from the 80s. When I saw it at the Canby Rock Box, I thought to myself, I had to have that. Just, you know, if nothing else, just to make me smile. But for £2, I'm not moaning about it. It's a good pickup. Now, this band, it's a rediscovery. I was aware of them back in the day, and that's Manowar. I purchased this album about 3 or 4 months ago, and it's a lovely album. Just to listen to it, because back in the 80s I couldn't stand them. I thought all their songs were too long-winded and more like operas than heavy metal songs. But I know Hosper has done a film on them, and I'm seriously rediscovering this band, and I apologise to have blanked them, because I'm suddenly realising how good they actually were. And I've got this CD to complement the album. This is like a best of. I hope you can see that. Looks like the light's going again, but I'll persevere. I've got this CD as well. These are all like the common ones. You can easily get hold of these. And I've got this one which has got a killer cover, and if that ever goes on vinyl, sorry about this, if that ever goes on vinyl, it'll be in my collection. It's a killer cover, and that is called The Triumph of Steel. Just an amazing album. Another album I'm seeming to be playing a lot at the moment is this Halloween album. This one's called High Live, and it's one of these pre-release CDs for promotional use only. This is Halloween. Love listening to this band. I like the early stuff especially, but it's all good. But it's just like a different style. But yeah, it's an amazing band. German. What else have I got? Oh yeah, some vinyl. I've been playing. This is my favourite Iron Maiden record. I got it out the other night and gave it a play. This is the Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. The reason why I like this album is it's got one of my favourite metal tracks of all time on it, Only the Good Die Young. It's also got Can I Play With Madness, that's another favourite of mine. There's not a bad track on this album, but I just love that song Only the Good Die Young. It sort of resonates with me because I've lost a lot of friends in the past. And that's Iron Maiden's Seventh Son. I've been giving that a lot of plays just lately. Another band I've been playing a lot is this band. Morlock. This is one of my favourite German bands. Doro Pesch was the front, but this is the gatefold version. It's got an amazing cover on this one. It was funny because my friend was really jealous because he got the normal version and he loved the cover, and I picked mine up. It was this version, and it's the gate, and it's got this sort of I hope you can see that Doro Pesch inside. He's got like a big face. It's a really good pickup that was. But it's a good album. It's got some cracking tracks on it. All We Are. And the one I like is a song called Für immer. That, from German to English, is forever, I believe. If someone speaks German, please correct me, but I'm 100% sure it's forever. My German's a bit scratchy. But yeah, it's just a cracking pickup. And I've got all 4 Warlock albums, and I always love playing them. They get played a lot. Just having a look at a couple. Oh yeah, this is a Swedish band, and I must admit, until a few weeks ago, it was very new to me. One Must Die by a band called Saigon. They're Swedish, I believe, and they've got a killer cover on their album. I hope you can see this. I'm sorry about this, but yeah, I'm quite enjoying this album. Yeah, it's a good album. It's got some good riffs. But you know, if I play it again, I'll probably get into it better. But I'm not sort of fully convinced by it yet, if you know what I mean. I think it's going to take 2 or 3 more plays just to, you know, get into it. I've not played it enough. That's the problem. But an absolute cracker of an album I've discovered, a band I've recently discovered, is this band called TNT. This is Knights of the New Thunder, and this is an absolute killer of an album. If you ever see it, pick it up. It's got some cracking tracks on here. I've played it now 2 or 3 times in the last sort of consecutive evenings, and it's always gone on. And it's just a killer of an album. The great riffs, the vocalist is brilliant. A Norwegian band, I believe. Got Tony Hansen, he does the singing. Ronnie Letecro on guitars. Morty Black on bass and the synth. And Diesel Scandal, I hope I pronounced that right, on drums and percussion. This is an absolute killer of an album. Definitely pick this one up. Another band I'm listening to, or started to listen to, this is on one of Scott's recommendations, so it must be good, is a band called Fate's Warning. I believe this is an American band, very proggy. Don't shoot me, but I believe this is the 5th album. I may have got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. And I love this album. It's called Perfect Symmetry, and it's got a great ending on it. And I got this album the first time I played it. It's just really, really good, and I didn't have to keep re-listening to it. You just got the message straight away, and I listened to it last night. It was absolutely fantastic. Listen, so that's, if you see it, definitely pick that one up. Fate's Warning. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Thank you, Scott, for the recommendation. Now some CDs, and I'm just going to go for them. This is another new discovery within the last year. It's a band called Opeth. I believe this has been shown before, but I've got 2 CDs by them. This is another band you want to discover. It's this guy's got a seriously good voice. He can sort of do the death metal, he can do a lot of the harmonies and stuff. I'm really liking this band. They're just brilliant. And I've got 2 CDs of theirs, that one and that one. I'm sorry about the glare, but yeah, I hope it's working. But yeah, I'm really enjoying them CDs, they're really, really good. Another pickups I've had, I've got these through Clenched Teeth, is Celtic Frost. I was a massive fan in the day, and what I did was I forked out an extra £1 and bought a nice book with one of the CDs. This is To Megatheron. This one has got the book. It's got all this nice stuff inside, and the CD goes in the compartment at the top. But that's definitely worth the extra couple of £1 I've spent on it. And I also got Into the Pandemonium and Morbid Tales. We all are familiar with these CDs. I bought these with Clenched Teeth because I sure had them back in the day. Oh, sorry, no, you dropped that one. But yeah, it's Celtic Frost. Great band. If you haven't already discovered them yet, my advice, do so. I've got a couple. I don't know if the BC's heard of them. Oh yeah. Because what's happened with Chris Cornell, I dug these out of the record collection, Soundgarden, and I've got a couple of their CDs. I'm sure I've got a lot of their stuff, and that's what I've got. And I also own this box as well, and it's got the poster in. I didn't know I had it until the other day, so I dug out a load of stuff to make films and see what I actually had, and I was quite shocked when I pulled that out. Because it came as a surprise to me, and even the poster I'm not going to open it out. You have to trust me on that. There's definitely a poster inside it. And with the sad death of that Chris Cornell, I was quite surprised I had this. But that was just a new discovery for me as well. Another group. Oh yeah, I'll just show you this. I like listening to this guy. Has anybody heard of old Seasick Steve? He's an American, but I think he lives in Britain now. And he's a great blues singer, and he plays these funny instruments that he makes himself, these guitars. It's very bluesy, but I love this guy. He can really do the business. Some of the stuff like all the big hits are on this one. Walking Man, this one's called. Doghouse Boogie, Cheap. Started out with Nothing. Oh, that's a great song. And I think it says I started out with nothing, but I still have most of it left or something. Really funny. And it's got Doghouse Blues, I think it's called. Doghouse Boogie, something that's a good track as well. But it's just a cracking CD. And this I think is oh yeah, Doghouse Boogie. That's it. That song's worth the CD all day long. And Yellow Dog's got a fantastic introduction as well. If you ever come across any Seasick Steve, my advice is pick it up if you like this sort of music. It's just fantastic, and he does a lot of the big concerts over here, and he just walks onto stage with himself, and I think he has Led Zeppelin bass guitarist on stage with him. I'm sure it's a guy out of Led Zeppelin, and he does all the bass guitaring when they're at gigs as well. It's definitely a great pickup, that is old Seasick. You can't go wrong with it. Now the next CD I want to show, you may not like, but I hope you do. I hope I could turn you on to something new, because I don't think anybody's shown this band in the BC. So I gave it some thought, and I thought I'd turn you on to it. I'm actually lying, because there's actually two things I want you to turn you on to. I'll do this one first. I would never show one of this CD on my channel. It's not heavy metal. It's this guy, Rag and Bone Man. Now I absolutely love the song off here. I hope you can see the CD because of the glare. And he's doing big in America at the moment. I believe he's touring the States. And there is a cracking song off here called Human, and I just love it. And this guy can seriously sing. What I recommend you do is, after you've watched this video, just to YouTube it and have a listen. The main track off here is called Human, and he's just got this most amazing voice. I'll hold it up again, I hope you can see it alright. It's called Rag and Bone Man. I would never buy this sort of stuff, but as I say, this guy takes exception. I just thought it was so good, and I wanted it in my collection. But the last band is a heavy metal. Well, it wasn't a heavy metal section, but I won't call it a heavy metal band. It's on the same vein as Nightwish. I think you could loosely describe it as melodic metal, and that's one of my favourite. I can't stop listening to this band again, and it's called Within Temptation. A friend of mine, I'm sorry, that's a black CD, but I hope you can see it okay. I've got 3 CDs, and this is a Dutch band. And this is another band that's definitely worth a listen. It's just cracking music. The one I was listening to last night is actually a live concert they did. And one of the best songs off here is Utopia. It's just an amazing song. You got towards the end, Stand My Ground, Caged, All I Need, Frozen, that's not the film by the way, Somewhere, and The Cross, Pale, That's Have You Done, Memories, Unforgiven, and Utopia. And this album, as I say, it's not heavy metal, it's sort of like orchestral. This girl, she's a Dutch girl, Van Abel, I can't remember her first name, but she's got a cracking voice. If you sort of think of Effervescence, that sort of stuff. But what I recommend you do is go on the YouTube and just listen to it. Some metalheads might not like it, but I personally think it's brilliant. It's just the way the music's structured. If it had been just normal, I wouldn't have touched it with a barge pole. But it's the way it was produced, it's the actual way it was mixed. And I just thoroughly enjoy it. I actually looked in the shop this morning to see if I could get another CD of theirs, and they never had any in stock. But yeah, it's definitely worth a check out. and that's Within Temptation. So that's my sort of lookout for today. We're on to 20 minutes now, so I shan't stop. Hopefully the light's been good and I can actually upload this video tonight. I have been trying to upload all week, but I've had serious lighting problems. But I just want to wish everybody in the VC peace, love and happiness. A big shout out to all my subscribers and people who watch this film. And I hope I know there's a few probably Tune Army guys on here, so I hope you don't mind a measly Reading fan doing this. And I wish you peace and love, and take care. Thank you very much for listening to me. See ya, bye. And that'd be a good outtake. I've just dropped my remote control and I couldn't find it and I was scrambling. Anyway, take care, bye.